saw Christina run her set, which by the way was fucking hilarious.
That's her new stuff. Yeah,
she's funny, dude.
Yeah.
She's
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any new stuff.
She's funny.
Yeah, she's hilarious.
Her bit about fat models is off the charts. It was so funny.
Got a lot of heat. We've been talking about that a lot.
Yeah, a lot of hate. People are mad.
Oh yeah,
fat people.
Well, yeah, and fat models. They all found it. I mean, because I know she has her act, but we were also just having conversations on podcasts about it.
Yeah,
and you know, my thing was, I go, you know, everybody has a preference for whatever their standard of beauty. That part I'm fine with. But my case was that when people go, you shouldn't talk about body types or people's bodies. I'm like, what are you talking about?
What about Bert?
But what are you talking about? Because we all talk about other people's bodies. You do it in your head. You do it to you do it to yourself. You say it to yourself. You say it to your friends. It's part of the way our brains are organized, is that you have a commentary about the attraction level of somebody else.
100%.
I mean, it's always done. Even the people who lecture you about it, those people will still, if you walked away with one of them and you're like, hey, have you seen so-and-so? They're like, yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. They would
when
still
she
comment.
gets over 260, I think she goes too far.
Yeah, they would still comment about it. And it's like now, the funny thing is to me is if you go like, well, I'm a model. Okay, so you signed up to have your photo taken because you go, I want my picture out there to show what I am. You have to be open to any criticism about it. Just like if I sign up to say things, I'm open to the criticism of you commenting on what I say. You can tell me I suck and I'm not funny. Like, I have to be able to accept that because this is what I signed up for.
Yes.
So you signed up to be a model. It is open season. It is fair game to say whatever about the way you look. So I don't embrace the idea that you can't comment about the way somebody looks who signed up for, hey, look at my looks. That's their
100%. Yeah, no ifs, ands, or buts.
I said it much more rude things. I should be clear. I wasn't this eloquent about it. I was like, you know, I want to see beautiful, by my standards, women, and fuck it, even guys. Like if you're a guy and you're a model, I want you to have almost an unattainable body,
right?
Because that's like, I go, that's a model. Like he's got a 6-pack and he's fucking, you know, beautiful skin, and you go like that guy got the gift. Those are his gifts. He's genetically gifted to look like that. The woman that, like, you know, we grew up with the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue, and you would see just stunning women. They're 11 out of 10s. You go, I don't even see a woman that looks like this ever walking around. Right. This standard of beauty. And that was your introduction to like almost fantasy, getting into sex, right? Because you're probably a young teen and you're like, what the fuck is this? Like Elle McPherson? You're like, I've never seen a woman like this before. Right. And then I go, you know, I enjoy that personally as the standard of models. So for me, I don't know, you have a model that looks like she's the long snapper for the Colts. Like, I'm going to say, hey, I don't think you're a model. I think you should dig ditches or something. I don't know. I just feel like it's fair to say that you look like that.
You're not my kind of model. Mm-hmm. I don't like the way your body looks, but I mean, it depends on what you're doing. The problem is the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue has always been beautiful women with great bodies. Yeah, exactly. That's the whole idea behind the swimsuit edition.
It's fantasy level. Yeah. They're just like, you literally could go to 100 beaches all over the world. You'd never see a woman that looks like this.
Or you might see one.
Maybe.
And go, wow, look at her.
What the fuck is that?
Like when you go to a beach and there's always a guy on the beach that's just jacked, shredded, and you're like, wow, you prepared for the beach, buddy. Yeah. Way to go.
All year was today.
Yeah, you deserve it. Yeah. As you're walking around, strutting your stuff like a peacock.
Yeah, and keep going back and forth. Show us how. Walk around the pool a few times. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let it out.
Let it out, buddy. I remember we were in Phoenix once for a show, and we were hanging out at the pool at the W Hotel, and this fucking guy walked by, and he had like 4% body fat, and he was like 250 pounds. It was the most ridiculous human being I'd ever seen outside of a gym. I was like, dude. And I was with Eddie Bravo. I go, look at this motherfucker.
Yeah.
I go, that motherfucker looks good.
Yeah, exactly. You go like...
He was just like, dang, just shredded everywhere. He looked like he was so excited to be at a place where he could take his shirt off.
Yeah, good for him. And the criticism is when you when you showcase that and celebrate that you're endorsing unattainable body types and you're making people feel bad about their body. And I just don't believe that. I just don't believe it. I believe that, we all have choices. And yes, we're all built different. We have different genetics. But I don't believe that having this incredible freak be the model is negative for society. I don't think that that's true.
It's not negative. It puts a lot of pressure on people.
Sure.
To try to look better, but so what?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Why is that a problem?
Well, competition is a part of everything. There's intellectual competition. When someone achieves a Nobel Prize, is that an unattainable level of intellect that other people can't achieve? And you shouldn't flaunt that with awards?
Yeah, you should.
I mean, what do we do when someone achieves like Jeff Bezos levels of wealth? Is that an unattainable version of wealth? He shouldn't be allowed to have a yacht that's fucking 60,000 feet high?
Well,
like, what are we doing?
There's people that definitely say that.
Yeah, but why? It's like this is the same participation trophy crowd. Like
it is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it bothers me. It irritates me that that people feel like
Well, you work really hard. It's one of the reasons why it bothers you.
Yeah,
because it's like that applies to a lot of other things too.
Sure.